If you have found calorie tracking hard, confusing, ineffective, restrictive, and time consuming, this video is for you. I'm gonna teach you exactly how you can track your calories fast, easy, and effective without feeling restricted from eating out or with your family. This is what we're going through today. Why do we track? How do we track? Streamlining the process. This is where the real value of the video lies. You're gonna have to wait till the end for me to go through all the solutions to the common problems that occur when calorie tracking. So before we get into exactly how we're tracking calories, why do we track calories? Working towards any type of fitness goal, fat loss, muscle building, body recomp, just like most things in life, what gets measured gets improved. Imagine if you never gave any thought to your financial spendings. You never checked your wages in, you never checked your expenses out. How are you going to work towards saving for a house or for a car? It just wouldn't be possible. You'd have no awareness of how much money was in the bank, how much you're spending. Same thing with calorie tracking. So bottom line, it's the most effective way to know that we are eating towards our goal. So first thing you're gonna need is a calorie tracking app. Use MyFitnessPal, it's industry standard. You only need the free version as well. Scales, these are essential. If you've tracked calories in the past without these, you haven't seen any results, that is why. Since I don't have any meals to prepare for myself right now, we're going to be meal prepping Mochi's food. Say hi, Mochi. So this is what he's eating today. We've got rice, pumpkin, chicken, and kale, and we're only going to be making 2 servings. So as past Izzy is cooking Mochi's food, current Izzy is going to show you how to log it. Now I am just going to log it as if we were cooking 1 single serving, even though we did make 2, and I'll show you how to make it a meal later on. So here we've got pumpkin, raw, 200 grams. Chicken breast, raw, 300 grams. Kale, 50 grams. And then uncooked white rice, 150 grams. Okay, so there we are. We have Mochi's lunch logged in. A couple of things to note. You can see that we've got single ingredient items and that we have gram measurements on everything. Those 2 points are really important to make sure that we have accurate logs. Okay, so rice is in the rice cooker. Kale is on the stove. Chicken and veg in the oven. Let's come back after it's done. And look at that. Now we've got his food all done. Isn't that right, Mochi? Doesn't care. Now when putting them into these Tupperwares, I didn't measure them, I just split everything down the middle. Obviously we made 2 lots, so it was easy to split up. You can do this with 4s, 6s, whatever, just make sure that everything is pretty similar in the bowl. Okay, so we've gone through why we should track our calories, how we should track our calories. We've actually logged the food in MyFitnessPal, so we know how to do it practically. It's time to understand how to streamline the process. This is where the value of the video lies. We're going through all the common mistakes, all the common problems, and all of the solutions. This is gonna make calorie tracking easy to follow, take minimal effort, take minimal amount of time, and effective to getting you results. So first complaint we're gonna go through, calorie tracking is hard and it's boring. Only if you're doing it the wrong way. That's why you need to put the processes in play I'm about to talk about. Complaint number 2, calorie tracking doesn't work. If you've tracked calories before and haven't got results, you've tracked calories wrong. It works. I have hundreds of client results to prove otherwise. What probably went wrong? You weren't measuring your ingredients properly. You weren't logging the correct things. Maybe you were logging the cooked calories for foods when you were meant to be logging the uncooked calories. Practice is going to get you better at this. Here's an example of a really bad log. When you see 1 piece of this, 1 piece of that, or full meals tracked in a single log, you need to be measuring your ingredients. You need to be adding the correct logs for ingredients individually. That's why scales are so key in this. If you're not using them, if you're just guesstimating things all the time, it's not gonna work. Next, how do we track calories without feeling restricted? This is more of a mindset thing. You can look at calorie tracking in 2 different ways. I've got limits and guidelines that I have to stick to. I've got targets to hit. That's restrictive. I've got limits to hit, I've got targets to hit. As long as I stay within those guidelines, I have freedom to do what I want. It's almost like the difference between caged animals and animals that are in fields. Animals in fields are still restricted. There's still a fence around there. When we are calorie tracking, we are restricting calories. We're not restricting foods or ingredients, okay? It gives you the freedom to eat what you want within the guidelines of hitting those targets. And if you don't want to have a restricted amount of calories you're eating, well, forget about losing weight or building muscle or recomping your body. Fitness requires you to dial in your nutrition. Okay, next issue, calorie tracking takes way too long. Here is how you can track your calories in less than 2 minutes a day. Save meals that you eat all the time in the app for later use. There is a create meal section, there's a create recipe section. A meal is something that you're just having once, like a one-off, or it's a single serving. You can log all the ingredients and then save it so you can reuse it. Creating a recipe is if you're creating something that's multiple servings. Every time you make that recipe, you don't have to sit there and log 10 ingredients. You hit one button, it's done. Next thing you can be doing, this is gonna save you a lot of time. Log all of your nutrition one time in the day. Pick a time that works for you, set a reminder on your phone, log the entire day. Do not be logging your things through the day as you eat. Next thing that can really save you a lot of time, and this is more on the meal prep side of things rather than tracking calories. If you work a 9 to 5, you don't have time to cook as much, get prepackaged meals. You can scan these straight into the app. You can even get prepackaged ingredients, things like these rice cups that you just microwave. Awesome. Scan the barcode, log them in. Next issue I hear a lot is tracking calories restricts me from eating out with my friends or family. No, it doesn't. This is a really big topic to try and tackle, so I'm gonna try and give my best advice in the shortest amount of time. Simple meals, estimate tracking. If you think you've gone over, reduce calories on days surrounding. Last complaint that I hear quite a lot is, I'm cooking for my entire family. How do I track my calories? This is where really simple batch cooking meals come into play. Things like your meat and veg and 1 carb source. Things like your pastas, your stir fries, lasagnas, meat wraps, stews, things that you can create in bulk. This is where that recipe function in MyFitnessPal comes in handy. You cook for everyone, you measure yourself out a portion. So there we have it, guys. We've gone through why we track, how we track, and the common problems and the solutions. If there's anything I missed, anything you want clarified, comment down below, DM me on Instagram, get in contact with me. I'll be happy to help you along further with tracking your calories.